Chapter 6: The Art of Purposeful Movement and Physical Presence. Your body is constantly communicating information about your internal state, confidence level, and social value. Every movement you make, every gesture you use, and every position you hold sends signals that others unconsciously interpret and respond to. Most people are completely unaware of these signals, moving through the world with unconscious patterns that often undermine their attractiveness and social impact. The science of embodied cognition reveals that your physical posture and movement patterns don't just reflect your mental state, they actually influence and create your mental state. When you adopt confident postures and purposeful movement patterns, you don't just look more attractive, you actually become more confident, alert, and emotionally regulated. This creates a positive feedback loop where improved physical presence enhances mental state, which further improves physical presence. Purposeful movement is characterized by several key qualities that distinguish it from the unconscious movement patterns most people exhibit. First is intentionality. Every movement serves a purpose and is executed with awareness rather than happening automatically or nervously. Second is fluidity. Movements flow smoothly from one to another without jerky, abrupt, or hesitant transitions. Third is groundedness. Movements originate from a stable, centered base rather than from tension or imbalance. The foundation of attractive physical presence is what martial artists and dancers call centering. This involves maintaining awareness of your physical center of gravity, typically located just below your navel, and moving from this stable base, rather than from peripheral tension or imbalance. When you move from your center, your movements naturally become more fluid, purposeful, and graceful. Most people carry chronic tension in their shoulders, neck, or jaw, which creates movement patterns that appear anxious, rushed, or uncomfortable. Learning to consciously relax unnecessary tension while maintaining good posture and alert engagement is fundamental to attractive physical presence. This doesn't mean becoming loose or sloppy. It means finding the optimal balance between relaxation and readiness. Eye contact is perhaps the most powerful aspect of physical presence, yet most people use it poorly. Effective eye contact is not about staring intensely or maintaining constant visual contact. It's about making genuine, comfortable contact that demonstrates presence and interest without creating pressure or discomfort. The key is to make eye contact when listening, break it naturally when speaking or thinking, and return to it in a rhythm that feels organic and unforced. The quality of your eye contact should match the context and relationship. With close friends and intimate partners, longer periods of eye contact feel natural and connecting. With new acquaintances or in professional settings, briefer but genuine eye contact demonstrates respect and attention without creating intimacy pressure. Learning to calibrate your eye contact appropriately is a crucial social skill. Hand gestures and arm positioning also significantly impact how others perceive your confidence and attractiveness. Open gestures, where your palms are visible and your arms are uncrossed, signal openness and honesty. Closed gestures, where your arms are crossed or your hands are hidden, can signal defensiveness or discomfort. However, the key is authenticity rather than forcing open positions that don't feel natural. Walking patterns reveal enormous amounts of information about confidence and internal state. Confident walking is characterized by a steady pace, upright posture, and smooth gait. The head is held high. The shoulders are back, but not rigid, and the stride is neither rushed nor hesitant. The pace is determined by purpose rather than anxiety or self-consciousness. Many people walk too quickly because they're anxious or trying to appear busy and important. Others walk too slowly because they're uncertain or trying to avoid attention. Attractive walking finds the middle ground, moving with purpose and confidence at a pace that feels natural and unhurried. Sitting posture is equally important, particularly in social and professional settings where you may be seated for extended periods. Attractive sitting involves maintaining an upright but relaxed posture, keeping your feet grounded, and positioning your body in a way that demonstrates engagement with the environment and people around you. The way you use space also communicates important information about your confidence and social intelligence. Taking up appropriate space demonstrates confidence, while taking up too little space can signal insecurity, and taking up too much space can signal inconsideration or arrogance. Learning to gauge appropriate space usage in different contexts is a valuable social skill. Physical presence also involves being aware of and responsive to the physical comfort of others. This means maintaining appropriate personal space, being mindful of how your movements might affect others, and adjusting your physical presence based on the comfort levels and preferences of the people around you. Voice and speaking patterns are technically part of physical presence, since voice is produced by the physical mechanisms of breathing, posture, and muscle tension. Attractive vocal presence is characterized by speaking from a relaxed, grounded place rather than from tension or anxiety. This typically results in a slightly deeper, more resonant voice that carries well without being loud or forced. The pace of speech is also crucial. Many people speak too quickly when they're nervous or too slowly when they're uncertain. Attractive speech finds a moderate pace that allows for clear articulation and gives listeners time to process information without becoming bored or impatient. Developing purposeful movement and attractive physical presence requires conscious practice and body awareness. Start by spending time each day consciously observing your posture, movement patterns, and physical habits. Notice when you're holding tension, when your movements feel rushed or uncertain, and when your posture is closed or defensive. Practice basic centering exercises, such as standing with your feet shoulder-width apart, breathing deeply, and imagining roots growing from your feet into the ground. This helps develop the physical sense of groundedness that underlies all attractive movement. Work on individual elements like eye contact, hand gestures, and walking patterns in low-stakes situations before applying them in more important social or professional contexts. Remember that the goal is not to adopt a fake or performed physicality, but to develop authentic physical presence that reflects and supports your best self.